Hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in to Cosmic Co TV. I am Cosmic Co, aka Corian, an intuitive metaphysical life coach, astrologer, and creative director. But today I am here to do a collective reading. There is a Taurus full moon happening on November 15th, this Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I am wrong. Friday? Thursday? I don't know. And I don't have my glasses on, so I cannot see my calendar from here. The 15th, whatever the 15th is. Boom, bam, there you go. So I just wanted to take a moment to tap into the collective to see what is going on with us, for us, by us. Okay? So let's get right into it. Today I am starting off with my Work Your Light Oracle cards. Spirit, we're going to get the overall energy, the overall message for this collective reading, please, Spirit. The overall message for this collective reading, please, Spirit. What collective am I speaking to at this moment? Alrighty. We have a few cards. We have no. Wait, postpone, say no, pause, say no. We have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And then we have the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So the overall energy for this Taurus full moon is letting go, right? This is definitely giving me Tower card vibes. It's giving big Scorpio energy. We know Taurus is the axis, the sister sign to Scorpio. So not surprising there, especially being a full moon, the releasing, the letting go, the closing, the ending of something, of a cycle, of a lesson, sometimes of a blessing, okay? So right now you might be in a very chaotic space. And I want to say you might be in a very chaotic space, and not that you might be very chaotic, because it doesn't feel like you necessarily are chaotic, but it does feel like your outside environment or the things that you're dealing with you're dealing with situations outside of your control, or it may be like things that are happening are not happening according to what you planned or what you want, or like you feel like you have no control right now. And especially with this boundaries card is the realization and the recognition that in everything I can control something, right? Even if the only thing that I can't control is myself, even if the only thing that I can't control is my response, my reaction, I can control something. But the wisdom, the knowledge, the awareness to know what it is that I can and should control in this moment. Because especially with this crumbling card, it's saying that there's something that you may have been or are trying to control, something that you are trying to keep your hands on, something that you are trying to hold on to, and Spirit is so desperately telling you and showing you that this is not it. This isn't for you. Storms being really important, and even like right now it's very rainy, it's very gloomy. I know storms are prevalent, but like you being the center of the storm, not you being in the center of the storm, but you yourself being the center of the storm. Like you may not realize it, but you yourself is the catalyst. You are the catalyst. It's not an issue though, it's a power. It's this decision, it's this choice, it's this action that is causing all of this change and this chaos to go on around you, is what I'm trying to say. Like you are the center of the storm, and I mean that in the best way. And that's kind of why I spoke on the Tower card coming up, specifically in my Alice in Wonderland deck. The Tower card is her pulling the tablecloth from the table. Like it's a self-initiated tower moment. It's not an outside influence, an outside initiated tower moment. And that's exactly what this feels like. You yourself are the center of the storm. And this could directly relate to like some upgrades, some energy shifts, some some ascension, some elevation that is happening within you. Could be on a cellular level, could just be on a contract level, because I know that has been a big deal for the past few months, of this breaking and initiating of soul contracts, the changing and evolving of soul contracts. So it could be like this internal elevation that is happening, this internal upgrade that is happening, that is causing the outside world around you to have to get in program, to have to get on one accord. Almost like a reverse quantum leap. Like, but it's not reverse. That's what a quantum leap is. You don't change your reality changes because of you, right? You change yourself and your reality changes. That's literally what this is. You're changing yourself. You have changed yourself. You've changed your contracts, your promises, your beliefs, and therefore everything else has to get in line. Boundaries, quite literally. You've set boundaries in place, and now everything else has to get in line. It's a beautiful thing, despite how difficult it may seem in this moment. It is a beautiful thing. And with that, I really want to emphasize the need to get grounded, the need to focus on grounding. Right now is the time to build and create your homeostasis. Right now is the time to really spend time with self. It's kind of feeling like hermit mode, and not in the usual like antisocial kind of construct that we're used to hearing it in, but of like, it's time to be Buddha. It's time to go sit in solitude and see what's really going on, or what you really want, or just to find clarity, right? Just to find courage. Speaking of clarity and courage, I am hosting a Clarity and Courage group candle ritual on November 30th for the Sagittarius new moon that will be happening that night, December 1st. You can find out more about it by hitting the description bar below. My website will be linked. If you have any further questions, comments, or concerns, please drop a comment, message me on any of my social media platforms, and I would love to provide more information as necessary. I really felt it is necessary right now, especially moving into the last month of the year, to clear out the self-induced blockages, to clear out the fears, to clear out the limitations, the mindsets that we have created for ourselves, and to really get clarity about all of the situations that we have going on, so we can move forward into this new year, into this new life, into this new chapter with peace of mind and the courage, the willpower, and the motivation to go after the things that we truly want, to create the life that we want to live. So let's move on to the tarot cards. Looking at this no card, I heard that it might not be a no. It might just be a not right now. Okay, and I feel like this could apply to some manifestations, some desires that you have. Like there could really be some things that you love, feel you love, thought you love, really truly felt like you wanted, that you were not able to receive in this moment. And it feels like Spirit is saying, hey, it's not a no, it's a not right now. All right, Spirit, please clarify this no card. Why is no here, please, Spirit? What are we saying no to? What are you saying no to? Knight of Pentacles. Literally what I just said. It's not a no, it's a not right now. The Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving, but slow progress is still progress. For some reason it just popped up in my head, but the Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving. So it's like, yeah, it might not seem like it's happening, it might not seem like it's in effect, it might not seem like it's working, but it is, or it will be. It's just stagnated, and I know we don't like stagnancy, but sometimes it's for our betterment. Five of Swords wanted to come out, but it didn't. Is that all for this no card, please, Spirit? Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. What I'm getting from this is that there's something that needed to be ended, something that needed to be cleared up before something new could happen, right? So you're trying to start a new job with the same hours as the old job, but you ain't quit the old job yet. Like, you got to get rid of the old before you can move this new in. And although it might not be that literal or that specific, but there's something, a contract, a job, a relationship, whatever it may be, that needed to end, that the cycle needs to fully close. It has not come to completion yet before you can move forward in this thing. It's like you ain't broke up with the ex before you're trying to move on to the next. That's what it's giving. And it's like, baby, hold on. Let us finish over here. Let's clean the party up first before you bring the next party in. Can we clear the table before we move on? Clear the table, okay? Spirit, let's move on to these boundaries. Let's get some further clarification for boundaries, please, Spirit. Something is keeping somebody up. something is keeping somebody up. You either need to go ahead and say the thing, do the thing, or take the time and intentionality to release it energetically, physically, give it to God. Okay, surrender to it. That's what I just heard. Like, you're stressing yourself about something you want to say, something you want to do. And it's like, either you're going to do it, you're going to say it, you're going to move, or you're going to move on from it. You're going to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't pray about it and worry. You either going to worry or you're going to pray about it. First card out, the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles. And it's so funny because I was going to say that. Like, how much are you giving? Especially with all these hands. Baby, is it too much on your plate? Because that's another thing that I just heard with the Six of Pentacles. Like, you at the buffet, you putting too much on your plate. Why? For what? You trying to be everything and it's not meant for you to. You're taking on so much, and it feels like it's out of an avoidance or out of habit, out of resistance is the word that I'm trying to say. It's out of resistance, whether you know it directly or not. It's out of resistance from fear, right? Fear of, what if I don't do? Fear of, what if nobody else does? Fear of, well, nobody else is doing it, so let me do. Fear of, like, feeling like you have to be the one to pick up all of the pieces, feeling like you have to be the one to spearhead everything, feeling like you have to be the one to show up for everybody and everything. Like, that's what this feels like. And we know the Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity. It's about equal give and take. But this is also, it's feeling like two different things. It's really the same thing, but it's showing up in two different ways, right? One, just because all these hands is grabbing at you, just because all these hands is asking, don't mean you need to take it. Just because all these hands is offering, don't mean you need to take it. What are your boundaries? But also being able to realize that you're the one putting everything on your plate. You're the one signing up to do. You're the one signing up to show up. It's self-imposed. And that's why I say resistance, because you don't realize that it's self-imposed. Not that nobody is asking you, but because it could be things that people are asking you, but nobody is making you, right? It's not your calling to do. You feel like it is. It's self-imposed resistance because you don't know what it looks like to not. You don't know what it looks like to sit still. You don't know what it looks like to wait. You don't know what it looks like to be fed and not to feed. You don't know what it looks like to have your plate be made. You don't know what it looks like to not be in control, because that's what you've associated this with. Oh, my nose itching. I ain't had these feelings in a long time, Lord. You don't know what it feels like to not be in control, but what you don't realize is that you're still in control. Like I said, regardless of if you can control the external, you can control yourself and your decisions and your actions and how you show up, if nothing else. Oh my goodness. Come on now. All right, so moving on to the crumbling. Moving on to the crumbling. Two of Pentacles. Baby, why is you holding on? I associate the Two of Pentacles quite literally with holding on. My nose is itching and oh my God. I ain't been in that mode in years. I associate the Two of Pentacles with quite literally holding on. It's like you're trying to juggle something that doesn't need to be juggled. When in life have you ever needed to juggle two things? Right? It takes three to juggle. Two, you can just hold. It's like the overthinking, the overanalyzing, the resistance causing us to anticipate, to fear, to be uncertain, to hold on to. And it's like, it don't take all that. Like, you're making the situation more difficult. It does not take all that. Why is you on one leg when you only juggling two items? Baby, stand up straight. You get what I'm saying? grab them, hold on to them, or let them go. You're overthinking it. You're making it hard. That's one thing I always say about life. Humans make life hard. Life is actually very simple. And when you learn that the only thing there is to it is controlling the mind and not allowing emotions to control you, everything shifts. We have the 10 of Wands here. Literally, why are you trying to hold on to it? You're trying to carry it. You're trying to carry it all to the point where you stress, struggling, juggling. Spirit, let's get some further clarification. It's as simple as the decision of, do I want to make this journey with all of these things, with both of these things, with these people, with this place, with this job, with this mindset, with this whatever. And once you make the decision, everything is a lot easier, right? We fail to realize that it's the decision that keeps us stagnant. It's the decision that keeps us uncertain. If you decide, yes, I want this, or no, I don't, shit is gonna be smoother. Like, even if nothing changes externally, you won't feel the way you used to feel because the decision has been made. You're keeping yourself in limbo. If you decide, okay, yeah, I know this ain't good for me, but I want to keep on, I want to hold on to it for a little bit longer. I'm not exactly there. I don't exactly have the courage that I want to. I don't exactly have the willpower, the clarity, or the know-how to do what it is that I really want to do. But I'm going to stop living in fear, and I'm just going to accept the resistance, or I'm just going to accept where I'm at. Spirit has nothing to say but okay. It's that simple. There's nothing else to say but okay. It's your decision, and it's okay for you to make that one. It's okay for you to choose safety. It's okay for you to choose comfort. Now, is it what's best for you? Probably not. But sometimes we got to be real with ourselves, and we have to be able to admit when we are ready, right? And being able to admit, hey, I'm not ready, and God, I ask that you make me ready. I ask that you help me. I ask that you assist me. I ask that you give me the courage. I ask that you give me the clarity. I ask that you give me the know-how. I ask that you give me the willpower. Either you're ready or you're not, and it's okay regardless, but you have to make that decision. Nobody can and will make it for you. Alrighty, I just realized I have been talking for 20 minutes now, so we're going to go into our oracle cards to close out the reading. We are using the Keepers of the Light, and we're just gonna see what kind of energy that is assisting us and we should call on at this time, please, Spirit. Who is assisting us and who should we call on to move forward through this energy, to help assist us with this Taurus full moon energy that is happening at this current state and time for the collective, please, Spirit? Who is assisting us and who should we call on? Now, those aren't necessarily two different people, two different cards, two different entities. Thank you. Freya, phases and cycles. My nail chips, so I'm trying not to show y'all that one. Freya, phases and cycles. There's a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. I was hearing crows earlier today. And this whole reading is about letting things go, allowing things to end, letting things be done and over before moving forward. So that completely makes sense. But the illusions being revealed is something that I really want to clarify and put emphasis on. Pray for that. Ask for that. Welcome that, right? To see something outside of your own truth, to see something outside of your own perspective. Man, my nose is going crazy. Yeah. Then we have Dwal Cool, Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. And then also hope, love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Also came out. So I'm going to read Freya from the bottom of the deck for sure. And then we have Green Tara, supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. I usually, okay, thank you. Ganesh at the top of the deck. That's who I was feeling when I saw these yellow. I was like, oh, Ganesh is coming out here. But he didn't, but I could feel him. So, Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance, obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing. But that's what I was really feeling, and that's what I was really expecting. So I'm going to read him and Freya, right? Ask for hope. Keep hope, right? Don't ask for hope. Maintain hope, maintain faith. Ask for courage, right? Allow things to unfold. Remember that everything is divine, is a divine path. Everything happens in divine timing, and God is aware of everything before it happens as it happens, okay? And it's happening for a reason with an intention. Freya. Freya means lady. Freya, which means lady, is the Norse goddess of the moon and love. She is the twin flame of Odin and a warrior goddess who offers deep spiritual and physical protection to those who call on her. Protection is something that I wanted to mention that I felt kept coming up, like knowing you're protected, but taking the time to really work on your protection, and that tying into the illusions being revealed. Like, when you work on your protection, you realize a lot of things. Your intuition becomes 10 times more potent because interference is decreased. So take note of that. To those who call on her, she will stand before you with her shield and spear, keeping you safe from harm. She works closely with the moon energy and helps us recognize that our life is a cycle that is always changing. She herself is the maiden, the mother, and the crone aspect of all women and guides them to see the wisdom these cycles bring. We all go through phases and cycles of growth, and Freya is the energy that supports this. She has a raven spirit totem, which is said to represent her capacity to travel between heaven and earth. A phase of your life may be coming to an end, but it's important to acknowledge it is not the end. When one door closes, another opens. You may have been desperate for change, but now that it's here, you could feel vulnerable. Know that the mighty goddess Freya will guide you. Illusions are now being revealed so that you can leave behind anything that is false. Step into your peaceful warrior-like energy and welcome the changes you deserve. Tie up all loose ends and take heart. This is an exciting time. And then we have Lord Ganesh. Ganesh is the Hindu elephant-headed god, the lord of Shiva and the goddess Parvati. Legend says he received his elephant head as a replacement after his father sliced his human one off when he mistook him for an intruder. Ganesh is acknowledged as the lord who removes why can't I read? Mercury is about to go retrograde. As the Lord who removes obstacles, and is much loved by taxi drivers in India because they believe he helps them weave in and out of crazy traffic. Ganesh is a sweet-toothed, life-loving, joyful, dancing, and very approachable God. He will use his light to weave a perfect path for you. It's important at this time to move beyond the limitations of "it's not meant to be" and focus on "if this is for my highest good, then the universe will take me there safely." I want to go back to that. It's important at this time to move beyond the limitations of "if it's not meant to be" and focus on "if this is for my highest good, then the universe will take me there safely." Move beyond the limitations of "it's not meant to be" and focus on "if this is for my highest good, then the universe will take me there safely." I had to run that back a few times because it goes back to what I said. It might not be a no. It might be a not right now. And we get so caught up in the moment of, well, it ain't meant to be. Well, this is the end. Well, I'm done with that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, finalizing everything, making everything so finite that it creates limitations, but it warps our mindset so much, versus understanding that everything is limitless, understanding that anything is possible. And when you shift from that mindset of, oh, well, I guess it's not meant to be, to, God gonna take me there regardless. If it's meant for my highest good, God is going to make sure I get there and I get there safely. Right? So even though it might be a no right now, even though it might be a I need to put this down right now, even though it might be a I need to leave this alone in this moment, it's not a, well, I can never do that again. I can never go back there again. I will never have that job. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's meant for my highest good, I ain't got to worry about it. So if it come with a no, I ain't got to worry about it. If it come with a yes, I ain't got to worry about it. I don't have to go and write it off, right? I don't have to go and erase it from my whiteboard. It's still a possibility. You can leave it pinned up. You can come back to it. It will come back to you, okay? Oh, Ganesh is not only bringing a clear light to your external situation, but also helping you clear up any inner conflicts, because sometimes we forget about that. Sometimes it's not always about the external. It's about us. It's about what's going on inside. Going back to what I said about the resistance, the self-imposed issues. When obstacles arise, know that they are just reminders that you care about your path and that you have the ability to change your current situation. Ganesh is here to help you. Thank him for clearing the way. To increase your connection to him, you may want to chant in Sanskrit, Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. I don't know if I said that right. I know I probably didn't. But I thank y'all for tuning in. That is all that I have for y'all today. I hope that you received something from this, that it was able to bless you, provide some truth, provide some clarity, provide some insight. Please do not forget to check out the description bar below. As I mentioned, I am doing a Clarity and Courage group candle ritual on November 30th for this upcoming Sagittarius new moon. Hit me up for more details. Feel free to book your spot by clicking the link below. Also on my site, you will realize that I have astrology forecasts for the rest of this year as well as for the entirety of 2025. Get in where you fit in, okay? Because those will not be up for long. I don't plan on offering them for a long time. And there are two options of that available. You can get just the intuitive reading, tarot and oracle card reading, or you can get the tarot and oracle card reading paired with the astrology forecast, in which I will go over the new moons, the full moons, and the major planetary retrogrades. And both of those versions include numerology, your personal year and your personal month numerology for the year. So feel free to check those out. As always, any other personal readings, astrology services, my blog, and my custom merch is linked below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I thank y'all for tuning in. I thank y'all for sitting with me. I love y'all. It's all love, light beams.